Do you ever look back at your hair choices and think, what the was I thinking?
I was just gonna say I love the dark hair. I always love
the color's fine, but like the cornrow, I'm like, what was I doing there? Gel, a lot of gel. This is the only time Mihai's ever fixed my springboard. Normally I do it myself.
Is there some symbolism in that?
I think he just didn't want to look bad if I moved the board myself on the podium.
Gotcha.
Isn't it okay? Like, I don't think my body could physically do this anymore. I would be like, one, I'd pee myself for sure. Second, like, I definitely can't run that fast anymore. But man, I used to be like pretty good at gymnastics.
You were pretty good at gymnastics. Look at your face there.
I was so mad. Like, I don't know. I was going through some personal things and I was angry. Obviously, I was looking like Avril Lavigne. Look at my dark eyeliner. I mean, I still go back to this cornrow. I can't. And I mean, I got a uniboob because of these sports bras they make us wear. It's not a really good look. Thank God my gymnastics was good enough to distract people. What's wrong with my landing? How come I couldn't land to save my life?
And I feel like when you're 500 feet in the air and going a million miles an hour, something's got to give.
Yeah. I'm like, come on, be better than this. I really wanted to win. So if I didn't stick my landings, obviously I was going to not win. And it got close.
So what about that change of?
Well, this is after I was ranked number 1 and I was like, oh, I'm going to win a gold medal. Heck yes.
Who were you pointing?
All the girls were in the stands because it was event finals. So like if you weren't competing in vault or bars, they were in the stands cheering us on. So, and then here's the Russians trying to be like, she shouldn't get to first place. She didn't stick her landing. And I'd be like, but I didn't fall.
I bit my tongue to not say that.
But I didn't fall. And I had good form. So
yes, you did. No, that's freaking phenomenal. So you had like the other Team USA girls in the audience. That's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Like, I just noticed how much the girls are just all buddy and hanging out and everybody's best friend and they're cheering for each other. And there's just so much interaction, obviously prior to 2020, but just their demeanors with each other is just seemed awesome the last few years. Did you feel like it was like that when you were competing?
I think our team had a healthy balance of like being competitive within one another and still like wanting each other to do their best, even if we are going head to head. But it's teenage girls all hanging out together, competing against one another. It could get catty and feelings could get hurt a lot of the times. And so you kind of worked through it and they were like your sisters. So you'd fight, but then you'd get along. And Brady's over here making fun of me. Nicole.
Hi, Brady.
Yep. She says hi.
So yeah, that also makes me think of like, when I was saying, I feel like we would get along. It was you were like the one athlete at the time. Now I feel like they're being a little more real in their interviews. But before that, it was like your generation. It seemed it was just, I just want to hit 4 for 4 and have fun. That was the party line. Everybody said it. And then you'd get out there and you're like, I mean, it's like 9 on 4, but like, I can do better. I mean, you were like having a conversation about your real feelings and it was awesome. Like what? And I don't know if that was like a lack of media training, which worked out to your advantage, or you're just comfortable enough and don't, you're the honey badger, right? Like, wasn't that your nickname?
Yeah, it was one of my many nicknames, apparently. Yeah, honestly, I was answering honestly. And I feel like nobody's ever told me, like, you need to say, I want to hit 4 for 4. But everyone rather would play it safe and say what nothing can be like taken away from or misconstrued. So I would just be like, you know what? Wasn't great. Didn't have a good day today. And I felt like people appreciated how candid I was in all of my interviews because I'm not a robot. Like, and I wasn't there to have fun. I was there to win medals and not fuck up, which I occasionally would. So, and when I did, I would try to at least own it.
I love that. I wasn't there to have fun.
Wasn't there to have fun.
But it's
Sorry.
true. But I mean, obviously winning is fun, but yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like that it took away the gravity of what you're doing or the intensity of what you're doing and how difficult it is when you're like, it's just fun. No, it's really hard. And it's
It's not
amazing.
fun.
And it
It's
feels
scary
great.
and very hard.
Did you ever catch any flack for that though? Like by USA Gymnastics or any of the powers that be?
No, I was just labeled like a loudmouth, which I wasn't very loud, which is even funnier. I would just say what I was thinking. And she speaks her mind. I did have a little, Mihai and I had a very loaded relationship where when I was younger, of course, I'd like do what he says. And I was like very like gymnasty. Yeah, yes, master, yes, coach. Okay. And then as I got older, I was like, nope. He'd like, go again. I'm like, not going again. Can't make me. And he'd be like,
Wow.
so then the older I got, once I was after the Olympics and I came back, I like sat in his office. I'm like, look, this is how it's gonna go. I'm not doing 2-a-days. And he's like, yes, you are. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm only training in the morning and I'm gonna do what I want to do. And I would like you to coach me. And he was like, you just come in here, basically telling me what you're doing, and you say you would like me to coach you. I'm like, are you gonna coach me? He's like, yeah, obviously, but